My dear daughter, I write these few lines to dispel myths associated with the passing of your grandfather 63 years ago in April.
Anna. Anna, can you hear me?
The company was camped near Harris Station at the Northern Passage. I revived with little memory, but was informed that we had been the victims of a Shoshone attack.
Where's Hiram? Where's Ma?
4 members of the company had been killed and 5 Shoshone. Mrs. Palmer escorted me to camp. Mother was unconscious and woefully injured.
Where's my brother?
Providence shielded me from grasping the finality of Hiram's death, dazed and shocked as I was. But he was gone, only 6 years of age.
Don't you want to know where your pa is?
Right.
What? Man got the boy killed. Took off with everything they had. Food, money. Well, I'll bet they're glad he run off.
Run off?
You're gonna get to where you're going and not have nothing to your name. Coward save himself and leave his kin to die. Now, no matter. Cold will get him. Indians don't get him first.
Your grandfather was a volatile man, quick to anger. As a rule, I avoided him. But now, insulted and desperate, I had a mind to end his life myself. I was shown to the footprints he left in the snow, and then set out on my own, ill-prepared for the task ahead. On the second day, I surrendered my scanty supply of food to a small stream and quickly discovered that vengeance makes a paltry guide. I was exposed and I was starving. Now and again, images from the attack would flood upon my mind and just as suddenly vanish. I vaguely recalled finding pine nuts with Hiram. It was an early snow, so food was highly prized. We took them not knowing that these morsels had already been gathered by the Shoshone, desperate for food themselves. Now I will tell you, dear daughter, that God is a physician of the soul. His help has more to do with things eternal than with things physical. We may take up our beds and walk, but that is not the healing.
Tomombe Eware. Tomombe Eware.
Rain?
Only Providence would pair a frightened child with someone she dreads. He was a regal man, beautiful as the Shoshone often are.
Anna?
I only learned later that his name was Eware, rain in the Shoshone tongue.
Mother. Father.
In ape un cueteja.
My father stole everything. He took our property, our food, left us nothing to survive. I need to find him.
Appa.
I need to find him.
Appa.
I'm certain he knew where Father was before we set out to find him. Nevertheless, he found the trail and showed me the way. Eware would sometimes smell the blood he found. He knew that the wound from an arrow grows septic with time. And suddenly, there he was, my father, weakened and infected. He had none of our supplies, all lost in a snowbank, he claimed. True or not, our possessions were nowhere to be found. Eware removed the arrow and applied an herbal balm to the angry wound. I could see in the Shoshone's face that there was little hope for recovery, but I thought to get Father down to a mining town 20 miles south. Eware taught me to make a travois and how to chip quartz for a flint and steel fire, though I confess I could never get it to flame. He showed me marmot stew, a gamey but lasting supper. And as I watched him look after a man he never knew and would surely not have trusted, I came very near to pitying my father. I could not find affection, but I felt sorrow for his pain. Each day we set out together. Contrary to rumor, I never inflicted a wound upon my father, but he diminished with the fever and the infection to his leg. As he waned, I gave him water and applied the hopeless balm.
You're dying, aren't you?
Finally, as I watched him breathe his last, my mind seized upon the full recollection.
It's not Fred. He's not Fred. He's just announcing his name.
The young Shoshone was announcing himself, and Father presumed aggression.
Sudweeks!
Father had fired first. Father shot him square and he fell dead. The ensuing battle was fast and fierce. But it wasn't them. It was us. Father died from the rot and we buried him near a lake under the Christian cross. I wondered then, and have often wondered since, why this stranger would care in the least, let alone show such kindness. Perhaps he was too familiar with death. Perhaps it was some act of restitution. Regardless, with Father in the dirt, I had no cause.
I don't know where to go now.
Dia.
Mother. Mother was my cause.
Yeah.
I would never see him again. Eventually, I found my way back to the company and settled with Mother in the Blue Mountains of the Oregon Territory. 12 years later, I would learn that Eware was present that night. He was captured in 1856 and hanged for his part in the massacre at Harris Station. He confessed to the wild throw of a war club that missed its mark and crushed the skull of a 6-year-old child. My brother Hiram. I could not be consoled. Thus were the deaths of my father, my brother, 2 travelers, and 5 Shoshone braves. All dead for a mound of pine nuts on our trail to civilization. I am ever your affectionate mother, Anna.